Hey guys, this is Time FK7. Welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to be installing some side markers on this Honda Civic Type R, because you all know how much I hate those orange side markers that these cars come with from the factory. I've said it before, I'm a Honda Civic Sport hatch, and I'm going to say it again one more time on the Type R. These stock orange reflective side markers are hideous in my opinion. And I know some of you might not agree with me, but like I said, it's just my opinion, and we're going to be doing something to change that. So today we're going to be installing some side markers from Ultimate Motorsports, and it should be a pretty easy install. And one thing to mention is that this installation is for the cars that has LED lights. So if you have the halogen bulbs like I have in the Sport, it's going to be the same exact process, except when you get to the wire harness that's connected to your headlights, then that's going to be different because they do have different cables. So if you guys want, I can do an installation process on the Sport just so that I can show you guys how the process is with splicing the wires in your halogen headlight housings. Because on this installation, it's going to be on the stock LED headlight housing that these cars have. Let's go. Alright guys, so this is the box that it comes with. It comes in a nice black box with the Ultimate logo on it. And upon opening it, this is what we get. We're immediately greeted by these clear side markers. And look at that. Wow. This is going to be an easy install. They also provided us with this wire as well as these cable splitters. So this clear ones are going to be here. So this is basically what the car is going to look like. And the reason why this is all rusty is because it rained last night. So this is the thing that I hate about these damn rotors, because once it rains, then this would like rust, and like that's normal. All you gotta do is just drive around and for a little bit, and then this rust will go away. But basically, to get this side marker off, all you gotta do, take a screwdriver, unscrew this. You can unscrew that, but you don't have to. But unscrew this and that, and then you can just pull this towards that way to get access to your side marker right here. Once you get access, there should be a tab that you would press, and then you can just pull this right out, which we'll do. So it would be easier if you were to turn your wheel, but you don't have to. Like what I'm doing right here, the wheel is straight, and here's the first screw. Take the second screw off right here. So now that you have access to this, you can just pull this right back. Then you should be able to just pop your side markers out by pressing on this tab. Alright. So basically what I did was I pulled this back. So this is the tab that you just have to press on to pop this side marker out. So once you press on this tab from this side, this will just automatically pop out. And it's kind of hard, you just have to put some force into it, but don't be afraid, it's not going to break. But once you do that, now you'll have access to the side marker. Just imagine this but with the side marker on, so it's going to look like this pretty much. So I went ahead and took off the side marker. So basically I'm just going to do this. So you're going to stick your hand through this fender, press on the tab, and then this thing is going to release like that. Okay? If you want, you can put like painter's tape to protect your paint, but I chose not to do it since I've done this like so many times now. But yeah, now that we have the side marker off, you're actually going to need your stock halogen housing. This is where we're going to be plugging in the new lights, but you gotta take off the bulb, which you're just gonna pull it right off. because this is where we're going to be plugging in the new light. So with this, you're going to plug it in like this. Make sure that it works. And to test out if this works, don't put it in yet, don't install it yet, but we're going to be turning on the lights on the car. Alright, so now that we know that the light is working, we can now install the sequential part, which is this guy right here, which you're going to be needing to tap into your turn signals. So that's what we're going to do. So the trick to test out the turn signals is to, you don't necessarily have to splice them just yet. To test this out, just grab the end, okay, and take out your harness right here. So this is actually plugged in right here, okay? So in order to take this off, you just have to squeeze this. There's like a little tab that you would have to push, and then once you push that, you just pull out. All right, so in order for us to test out the turn signal itself, for those who have the factory LED lights, this is the wire harness that it comes with, okay? So one side has 4 wires, one side has 3 wires. So this side right here has 4. You see how it has 4 wires? And then if you flip it to the bottom, there are 3 wires. Now your turn signal wire is going to be this green one, okay? And in order for us to test that out, the green one is actually right there. So what we're going to do, let's see if I can keep the camera still for you guys, is we're going to take our wire in order for us to test it out, and then we're just going to fish it in this little contact area right here, okay? You're just going to put it in just like that. And then if you look over here, it is now signaling. And obviously, don't forget to have your car in accessory mode and obviously have your signal on. All right, so when we turn off the signal, like we just did, so the signal's turned off, and now it becomes white. This red wire is actually going to go here, because if it's here, then this is not going to be able to close properly. So we're going to be switching these two around. So I went ahead and cut the wire, and this is what it looks like. And honestly, you don't even need any special tools. Like, you can use scissors and you should be fine. So what we're going to do is basically, we're just going to connect them like that using the tools provided, which is this guy right here. This is where your green wire is going to pass through, this one that's open right here. And then for this cord, for your side marker cable, the other side with the close end, you're just going to fish it in like that until it won't go any further. So it's going to look like that, along with the green cable. And then once you have both in, you're just going to clamp down on this metal piece right here. And in order for them to secure, once you clamp down, you're going to test pull each wire to make sure that it's nice and secure. So we're going to go ahead and do that. You're going to tug on both wires, and they're both nice and secure. So we're going to go ahead and test this out now. Okay, so this is what it looks like. So as you can see, they are now spliced together. And if you look over here, that's working. And just the before and after. So this is before. They're obviously, it's not going to work because it's not sequential. So for this, you're actually going to want to tape this back together, only to secure these wires, just to ensure a watertight seal. So you're just gonna use electric tape on this and make sure that, you know, they're nicely wrapped together. So now the only thing left to do is plug this back in and you're done with this side. So on the driver's side, it's gonna be the blue wire, okay? So you're just gonna take your wire, strip it down, okay? And then you're gonna place it in like this. So you're then gonna go over here. You see how it's blinking now? So that's when you know that you did the right thing. And then that should be enough, okay? This is the wire that we're gonna be tapping into. Then we're gonna expose some of the wires. So just cut a little bit, you don't need too much. Just like that. Okay, so it's gonna look like that. Take this exposed wire and just push it in. Just like that. Clamp down. Like so. Okay. Once you clamp down, give the wire a little tug. If it's not going anywhere, then you're good. We're gonna go ahead and close this back up. And now it's time for subscriber builds, where I show off your builds on my channel. And our first build for today is... First up, we have Ray Albert Tan, and he says, "Hello Chris, I'm Ray from California, and this is my build. P.S. I got this car 2 months ago, so there's not much to it. D2 lowering springs, front lip kit, window tint, and a cold air intake." Next, we have Bryce Richings, and he says, "Hey Chris, I got my FK7 in February and I couldn't be happier with my purchase. I told myself I wasn't going to mod it, but after seeing your videos, I couldn't resist. I installed a K&N intake and a few other small cosmetic mods. Love the vids." Next is Mitchell Dandaneo's build, and he says, "This is my second time submitting, hope to get featured. Been a big fan, super happy to see the new Type R you got. So far, I'm FBO, K-Tuner, and PRL SRI, and the new Avid ones AV20s. And finally, we have Connie Lim's build, and she says, "Hey, how's it going? This is my 2020 Honda Civic Sedan LX. Love your videos, Connie." If you want your build to be featured on the channel, send me an email at christimefk7@gmail.com so that your build can be featured on my channel. Back to the video. Alright, so I don't know if you guys can see, but that's where the side marker is. So I fed it all the way through here, just so that it could be hidden, so that, you know, if I close the hood or if I decide to put something on here, then the wire's not going to be squished. And then this is where it goes. It goes into your little housing over there. I did wrap it with electric tape, as you can see right there. So now everything is working like it's supposed to, and we're finally done. And it looks a lot better. Here's the other side. Look at that. And both of them is working. The sequential turn signal feature is working on both. So if we put the car, car's hazards on, wow, that's working. And that's working. So pretty easy install. At first, like on the Sport, I was actually scared of like splicing the wires, but it turns out it's actually really easy. Like the whole installation The hardest part about the installation is trying to figure out how to put your hands in here, because you do get like limited space. The driver's side is easy because you can easily just stick your hand through here to get access to your side marker over there. However, the passenger side is a little different, because you don't get that much space over here. So like my hand can't even fit in there. So even if you go over here, my hand won't be able to fit anywhere here. So the passenger side was a little harder. In terms of connecting this back on, that was easier because this is a lot more open. Whereas on the driver's side, we have all this wiring that's in your way. So that was a little hard, but we did it, and it looks really good on the car.